Hello friends, I am from Humble Tree. Today we are going to discuss about the Cold War 2.0 between US and China and how does it will impact India in the multiple situations. Like first we are the trade war which has been started in 2019 and US has first imposed the trade restrictions to China because China is doing anti-dumping duty first and second they are not obeying the all trade rules of US. So because of that US has imposed the trade sanctions first. After that what happened because of this WTO lost its relevance because US has started ignoring the WTO and its member who take the influential decision. There are 7 members for that and 4 members because of that not get selected on only 3 members are there, so no consensus build up to that, and because of that no trade related dispute has been solved till then. So that impacted in a bad way to India also because India cannot be able to fight for its WTO dispute resolution like for agriculture and the other products as well. And after that world seen an economic impact including India because what happened when the two giant collapse, then the smaller country and the nearby country will get impacted because of that, because China is the second largest economy and US is the first largest economy as we know. And the IMF and World Bank even given the report that slowdown will occur in the world nearby future, and it's already started. As we see now, the world economy GDP ratio has been decreased from previous. That US China tensions in recent. First, I'll discuss about the South China Sea. As we know, the Hague Court, the biggest court for the international dispute, has given the justice for the South China Sea that China should not take the part in the South China Sea as the owner, but China has ignored this clearly and said we are not owing to the law. The first UN body which has been given the resolution of something like that, China has ignored directly. So from then only the 2.0 has been started for the Cold War era between US and China. After that Hong Kong, as we know 2019 there is a lot of protest happen. At that time the US companies has been given the indirect support to the Hong Kong protesters. Now in 2020 also China has brought the national security bill which violated the democracy of the Hong Kong. Then US openly supported Hong Kong protesters and said we are with you. On second, as we know, the Wuhan virus has been called by the Trump administration again and again to the Chinese COVID-19, but China has said that this is not right to give a country name or a country place name to a virus. So this is something inhuman. And because of that, China has protested because that come into the way of China sovereignty. So the world had reduced the calling it Wuhan virus, but we cannot. So here, what are the strategy has been adopted by the big two giants, US and China? As we know, these two countries are far distance away from each other. So what they are doing, they are impacting their allies by their different modes. Like here, Japan is there, which is the ally of US. Again, the South Korea, which China is giving its with the multiple ways problems to these allies of US so that they cannot be able to fully sustain, like giving Japanese island a Chinese name, like Senkaku Island name has been changed to a Chinese name. And again North Korea has been worked as a proxy state of China, like they have the nuclear power right now which imbalances the power between North Korea and South Korea. Again, in Hong Kong, as we know, the National Security Law 2020 has been brought, which violated the pro-democracy law, which is available in the Hong Kong. And Hong Kongers do not want this law to be happen in their place because they love democracy, and their companies, nearly 1300 US companies are there, which do not want it to get into the trap of the Chinese one country one sovereignty policy, because of that they will lose their autonomy and even the financial health. And the second, nuclear program which created the deterrence to the US and China relations. US do not want that the nuclear policy should continue in North Korea, but North Korea is continuously backed by China. Because of that they got sustained and eventually right now they have the nuclear power. And one more thing about Russia and US. Now Russia is not that capable that they can be able to impact the US very bad way. Now China is capable of that. Because of that, US has gone out of open space treaty and the missile regime, so that when China is already doing research on all this, then US is restricted by the Cold War era laws made by the US and Russia. So now US has changed its policy towards China fully. So we can call it the Cold War 2.0 has been started. Next, I'll come with a video on Hong Kongers and how it is happening and why it is going to be so prolonged and why China is doing too much of its muscle flexing nearby Hong Kong. If you like the video, please subscribe it. Thank you.